The name, J.B. Harold, investigator. My old partner, Jad Gregory, asked me to look into the murder of Bill Robbins. He seems to think there's something unusual about Bill's death, something not quite right. The problem is, everyone in this crazy town seems to have a motive to kill Bill. Even Tarantino. So now, I'm on the case. I guess it's going to be another long night. Hey guys, that was me, setting up the story as J.B. Harold, the famed investigator. Fooled you, huh? Well, I love a good murder mystery, and if you do too, welcome to the Murder Club. This is a different type of game, as you set aside physical action and adventure for menus, text, and basic ingenuity. But watch out, if you allow it, the game will slowly creep into your addictive sensibilities. J.B. Harold uses a menu/command selection system as you click on commands from windows that appear in each scene or on a map. This allows you to progress around town, talking to various people, collecting clues, having those clues analyzed, grabbing enough evidence for search and arrest warrants, and eventually landing all suspects in jail for questioning. JB has access to the Investigation Rest screen, which has a bunch of analysis available, with your current progress also tallied up to 100%. This helps along the way, so you can find out what areas require more specific focus. Thank goodness for the internal memory of the TurboGrafx CD-ROM for constant game saves. By talking to specific people or visiting certain places, you unlock things that now, at this point, you need to find. Often you will be retracing steps to see if the game added any unique twists. Many witnesses will lie or drop red herrings all over the place before telling the truth, so you need to keep checking back. You cannot search a place if you don't hear about it from someone else, therefore it won't show up as reachable on the map. This can get a bit tedious, but it assures the game won't end quickly. As with any good murder mystery, almost everyone in Liberty Town seemed to want to kill Bill. Kill Bill like the... Whoops, I did that joke already. Never mind. Anyway, this of course adds interesting twists and makes it harder to find the true killer. The graphics are unique, some would say maybe slightly disappointing, but they pull off this type of game very well. The scenes and people you talk to are comprised of still photographs. This gives the game an interesting look, as the photos are gritty, adding to that nostalgic feel. The intro and ending segments are very well put together, and made me almost wish for a few more like them in the game. The sound is a mixed bag. See, there is voice narration, which varies in acting quality, but it's scratchy and horribly compressed.
We figured that if a dead person was blamed for a crime, the crime would go unsolved.
Now the box says there is over 3 hours of speech, so considering space reasons and the kind of compression available at the time, I guess it's justified. While I tend to like this stuff, the narration actually slows the game down considerably due to the CD loading times, which is probably why it is defaulted to off. I say just keep it off for this one. Some purists will argue, you can't do that, you just can't. I say, I can do whatever the hell I want, it's my show. Whatever, the point is, keeping it off moves the game forward much faster. All of the music coming from the CD is fantastic, but the majority of tunes sound more processor-based. I am assuming they did this to also reduce loading times in and out of scenes, as you can move through rather quickly. If that is the case, I applaud their decision, and the processor-sounding music isn't too terrible really overall. There isn't much to say about the controls except they are pretty good in terms of a menu-based system. They are very simple, consisting of mostly moving a cursor. once your fingers get used to the selections and how to make them, you'll be flying through the various areas in a hurry. Apparently, this is the fourth in a series of Japanese adventure games. It's a shame others did not arrive here on the TurboGrafx because JB Harold was one I spent a lot of time on back in the day. I was a huge action platform, fast action shooter fan, and yet I found this CD installment a nice change of pace. It's unlike anything I played on the Turbo, and although it has a few flaws, it's really fun and seems to cover up its limited gameplay very well. So, who did it, you ask? Well, that's for you to find out as you join the Murder Club.
Yeah, you got me.
From its sizzling jazz opening to the gritty and fun nostalgic detective feel, JB Harold Murder Club has a really great atmosphere. It's not your typical game and instead relies on your wits and patience. There are many layers and hidden angles that will constantly challenge your mind. It's smart, entertaining, and fun, and if you're looking for something different and this kind of thing appeals to you, then the brutal Murder in Liberty Town might be just your thing.